Kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan, todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na! Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari.
Maligayang Webes sa inyo mga kaliga. Patuloy pa rin ang aksyon dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang liga ng bawat Pilipino for the third time this season. We are broadcasting to you live from the West Arena in Valenzuela City. For our first game, we featured two young and upcoming stars. Patrick Sleet, who had a career-high 29 points in a loss against Mindoro last game, will be playing his last game of the season today against another young star in Jimboy Boy Estrada. Both of these guys will eventually face each other in the NCAA Collegiate Wars. Later on at 6 o'clock p.m., it's going to be the Rizal Golden Coolers facing the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. And in our main game, the Valenzuela Classic will be defending their home floor against a top team in the South, the Davao Occidental Tigers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, Pasay today is facing a very loaded Biñan squad. Do they have what it takes, or do they have the manpower to combat itong firepower ng Biñan?
Well, you know, we've been watching Pasay the whole season, and this is a team that can battle any team that is in front of them with their energy, with the effort they put in every ball game, and just the pure willingness to win. I'm sure that Pasay will be giving a good battle here.
Let's introduce the third member of our broadcast panel, Miss Andrea Indicio. Andrea, good afternoon to you. What do you have for us?
First of all, happy Thursday sa inyong lahat, at sino nga ba naman ang hindi magiging masaya sa ganda ng mga games natin for today. Starting off with Biñan and Pasay. At alam naman natin itong dalawang kupunan na ito parehong galing sa talo. So ito daw yung mga main takeaways nila from their previous games. For Biñan, sabi ni Coach Boyet Fernandez, it's the fact that you don't let the emotions get into your head. Para naman sa Pasay, sabi ni Coach Marlon Martin, it's the slow recognition that leads to slow reaction and slow response. Kung bakit ito yung mga natutunan nila, ibabalita ko sa inyo maya-maya lamang. Javi, Coach Juanito.
Slow recognition that leads to slow reaction and slow response. Words to live by galing kay Coach Marlon Martin. Tingnan muna natin ang ating team standings beginning with the Southern Division. And a lot of these teams still unbeaten, Coach. Itong Quezon, Batangas at top pa rin ng ating Southern Division.
Well, you know, the Southern Division is really a very tough division. Lahat ng teams can actually have the chance to enter our Final 8. You see Mindoro slowly inching in to that number 8 spot. But Biñan right here, only one loss throughout the season. They've been really dispersing their players very well. So right now, at number 7, they have been safe in that spot and hoping to get that 7-1 record.
Imagine that, 6-1, but you are number 7 in your division. Ito namang Pasay, they are 5-4 at number 8 in the Northern Division.
You know, another team that's been trying to inch in closer to that playoff picture is Pasay, getting a few wins here and there, winning against veteran-laden teams like South Cotabato and other teams. But this is a team that needs a lot more consistency if they want to stay in that top 8.
At talagang kailangan na rin talaga nila sulitin ang stint ni Patrick Sleet dito sa 6th season ng MPBL. Let's talk about the Voyagers' last game. It was against Mindoro, and it was a loss para sa kanila after that heartbreaking defeat against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns on the road. It was a 96-88 decision. Mindoro put on a shooting show from behind the arc in this one. Pasay trailed 18-24 after the first quarter, 44-48 at the half, and then that deficit grew to 10 at the end of the third quarter, and Mindoro never looked back en route to the victory.
You know, if you allow 51% of the field goals, it's really going to be hard for you to get victories. A shooting day for Mindoro, 13 made threes, plus 2 on the rebounding. Pasay tried to outrun the much older Mindoro Tamaras, but at the end, it was the veterans who really took a big step in getting that win in that last game.
They weren't able to use the speed to their absolute advantage in that one, even if they were ahead in that department. Let's see if Pasay has what it takes against a loaded Biñan squad this afternoon na kakagaling rin mula sa talo against the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA in Greg Zilla's debut here in the MPBL. Manila gifted him with a victory, a 79-63 decision over the Biñan Tatakgel. It was a back and forth game in the first 3 quarters, but then Manila outscored Biñan 25-12 in the fourth. It was a tight game, 9 ties and 8 lead changes.
Well, this was a tight game all the way up to a little bit in the fourth quarter, but eventually Manila really took a run and eventually got a 16-point win in that last game. Main story of the ball game was the aggressiveness of Manila, plus 10 in terms of free throws, and the rebounding, plus 12 para sa Manila. So if Biñan wants to get a win, they have to be able to control against a very energetic Pasay.
So who will it be this afternoon? Will it be Biñan getting back into the win column, or will it be Pasay? Let's go to Richard Campos.
The 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6 presented by Extreme. Today's first game is Pasay versus Biñan. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First, the Pasay Voyagers. One guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. Also at guard number 1, Lawrence Victoria. Center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. Forward number 10, Patrick Sleet. Also at forward number 13, Dr. Fly Don Reverente. Pasay Voyagers is led by Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Vic Escudero, Hubert de los Santos, Cholo Martin, Willie Generala, Wendell Cadiz, and Adrian Bucal. The team manager, Jonathan Tulibas. The team owners are J.D. Castro, Raul Bacalzo, Lavin Castro, Mickey Ligot, and Leon Calixto Rubiano. Now starting for Biñan, Tatakgel Beast, Motorcycle GameX. Small forward number 88, Kenny Roger Rocacurva. One guard number 77, J.J. Pido. Starting at guard number 62, Ronnie Alonte. Playing center number 28, J.R. Alabanza. And at power forward number 31, your very own from Barangay Marulas, Valenzuela, Jmar Waray Gimpayan. The head coach is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches, Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Kabutotan, J.R. Manansala, Jerwin Gago, Enrico Mayer Hopper. Team manager, Jojo Hunana.
Our starting 5 of this game brought to you by Buenas, Canyon Caballero, Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, Patrick Sleet, who is playing his last game of the season for the Pasay Voyagers, together with Don Reverente para kay Coach Marlon Martin para naman sa Biñan. They will be beginning this game with Jeric Pido, Ronnie Alonte, J.R. Alabanza, Jmar Gimpayan, and Kenny Roger Rocacurva. Maraming salamat sa pagdalo sa ating coverage here for Day 47 of the 6th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Andrea Indicio. Our first game is Pasay versus Biñan. It's going to be a loaded triple header here at the West Arena in Valenzuela City. All powerhouse teams slated to perform today.
It's going to be a very exciting game. All 6 are actually in the top 8 of their respective brackets. So I'm sure na magandang araw natin dito sa MPBL.
Pasay with the first possession. Lawrence Victoria, who scored in double figures last game to try and backstop the 29 points of Patrick Sleet. It just wasn't enough to give Pasay a victory. J.J. Pido has had a resurgence of some sorts here with the Biñan Tatakgel. Coach Boyet Fernandez has really loved his performance so far this season. Rocacurva to the slipping J.R. Alabanza.
Yeah, it's a very good mix of veterans and young guns para dito sa Biñan. So if they can make that work all throughout the season, I'm sure this is going to be a very competitive team.
Quick answer by Patrick Sleet, looking to pick up from where he left off in their last game. Career high 29 points for the future star of the perpetual Haltas in the NCAA. Jmar Gimpayan gets away and scores the 2 points.
It's gonna be homecoming para dito kay Jmar Gimpayan, a native of Valenzuela. So it's gonna be a very good day for him as he is excited to play for his home crowd.
4-2, the score in the early goings of this one. Not even 2 minutes gone by here in the first. Victoria from way downtown rattles it through.
You know, every game I watch itong si Lawrence Victoria, he gets more and more comfortable with the system, with the players, and he is just a budding star dito sa MPBL.
He's hit a couple of game winners already this season para sa Pasay Voyagers. And meanwhile, Jmar Gimpayan battling it out on the glass just as per usual para sa kanya.
Gimpayan versus Reverente, 2 of the best rebounding forwards we have in the MPBL. This is a matchup I'm gonna look at Javi the whole ball game.
Bonifacio on top, guarded by J.R. Alabanza. Victoria Oh, gets Speedo up in the air. That's basket and one para kay Lawrence Victoria. Former Mapua star, off to a good start.
So far, everybody is getting their buckets in. High scoring first 2 minutes of the ball game. Let's watch that again. Good pass to a cutting Lawrence Victoria. Gets the foul and the bucket right there. And he'll go for a bonus.
Victoria, 18 points in their last game. Actually, 3 of them was scored in double figures against Mindoro. But after them, no player for the Pasay Voyagers scored more than 6 points. Pido launching it from downtown, swishes it through. Looks like both of these teams woke up on the right side of the bed this afternoon. Caballero will try to answer. That's short.
First miss para dito sa Pasay for this ball game.
Roca Curva trying to test the mettle of Patrick Sleet's defense. He loses it. Here come the Voyagers. Reverente gets set up by Victoria. Sorry, miss from up close.
A little too deep para dito kay Don Reverente. That was a good drop pass. Just couldn't get the bucket in.
9-7, 2-point lead for the Tak-Tak Gel. Jaymar Gimpayan has been having his way moving inside the paint so far here at the start.
Extra aggressive to start the board game. Itong si Jaymar Gimpayan. He knows that he has a good advantage in terms of speed. But let's watch that 3-point first by Pido here in the first quarter.
That 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. JJ Pido, former Rizal Golden Cooler. And this is Jaymar Gimpayan, a former Valenzuela player. Last year, played for Imus together with the core of this Biñan team. Ang ganda rin ang kwento nito ni Jaymar Gimpayan. He really has rose up the ranks. Naging teammate ko pa to sa ibang mga reg leagues dati. Tawag namin dyan si Waray. Oh, Sleet gets swatted away there by Alabanza.
One of the more underrated blockers we have here in the Philippines. Very good help side coming from JR Alabanza. Good timing on the young Sleet getting that block, and the possession will go back para dito sa Biñan.
Talk to us about the performance of Alabanza this season. It may not show on the box scores, but Coach Boyet Fernandez has repeatedly been putting him in the starting lineup. Evidence of his trust.
You know, Alabanza is the type of player that will not really produce a lot of numbers, but his impact inside the court is just too big. His help side, his length, his strength, that is what Alabanza will give to you. But just talking about strength, Patrick Sleet going strong on his last game, wants to leave a good mark para dito sa Pasay. Gets that end one against Ronnie Alonte.
One of the more impactful players for Pasay this season. Just really sad to see him go after this game. Punta muna tayo kay Miss Andrea Endicio.
Aminado si Coach Boyet Fernandez that the team wasn't able to keep their cool in their previous game against Manila. Sabi niya nga, it's too much of the physicality that led to too much emotions. Pero ang naging mali daw talaga is how they responded and how it reflected in the game. Alam naman daw natin na pisikalan talaga ang laban dito sa MPBL. And it's not just Manila who is the physical team here. Great reminder na rin daw sa mga players niya to not let their emotions get into their heads. Yun daw ang ibig sabihin ng tunay na focus sa laro. Back to you guys.
Speaking about focus, Lawrence Victoria showing laser-like focus on that hang time shot, scoring against the outstretched arms of the defense, giving Pasay the lead at this point. We're almost halfway through the first quarter.
Only first 4 minutes and 15 seconds, and Victoria has already got 7 points in the ball game. What a start para dito kay Lawrence Victoria.
Victoria averaging 16.6 points per game this season, 7.1 rebounds, and almost 5 assists. There's a lull in the action here. I think our referees are checking something out.
Just going back to Lawrence Victoria, we're not talking about him too much here in the season, yet he is producing MVP-like numbers para dito sa Pasay. So Lawrence Victoria really making a name for himself here in this season.
Which is why I think that he believes that we have to talk about him much more.
Yes, kailangan natin pag-usapan. The game winner started it all. Now, we are showing his numbers. Lawrence Victoria, a budding star here in the MPBL.
He's a guy who is showing that he wants the spotlight.
Oh, yes.
And he is embracing that role para dito kay Coach Marlon Martin. Former Rizal Golden Cooler. That time, not really much of a scorer, although he was showing flashes of that in that stint with Rizal. But it was really here in Pasay where he light shone brightest.
Gotta give props also to Coach Marlon Martin for giving him the spotlight dito sa Pasay.
Let's take a look at that last sequence. It was that scuffle between Jmar Gimpayan and Don Reverente.
Old school versus new school, yet they play exactly the same way, physical and hard-nosed. So I was telling you earlier, Javi, this is a matchup that we have to look at the whole ball game.
11-9, lamang pa rin ang dalawa dito ang Pasay Voyagers. Victoria gives it back to Bonifacio. Too strong on the 3. A lot of Mapua players here with the Pasay Voyagers. Warren Bonifacio, Lawrence Victoria, Jasper Salenga is also there. Gibayan hands it off to Pido. JJ gives it back to Jmar. He saves it. 6 on the shot clock. Kaya lang naagaw na ni Salenga. Ahead to Lawrence Victoria. Cherry picking on the other side.
9 points early on para dito kay Lawrence Victoria. Everything that he is doing is all right para dito sa Pasay.
And you can see the joy coming from that Pasay sideline. They're really happy with what they're seeing so far on both sides of the floor for the Voyagers. Bonifacio soars for that rebound. Biñan has missed on their last 3 attempts. Sleet, the sidestep, just short. The tap sails out of bounds. Biñan basketball.
He really is trying to perfect that floater rhythm, Patrick Sleet. Trying to use size and length and eventually that height of the floater.
This is our fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Lawrence Victoria early leading the attack here for the Pasay Voyagers, leading all scorers with 9 points.
9 of 13 points coming from Lawrence Victoria. Now he deserves a good rest, and Axel Inigo is coming in the ballgame.
Daniel Aguirre has also come on here for the Pasay Voyagers. Subs have also checked into the game for Coach Boyd Fernandez. Mike Maestre scoring his first basket of the game, coming from an assist galing kay JJ Helderbrand.
What execution by Biñan. Seeing that back screen, JJ Helderbrand executing perfectly on that pass, getting that too.
Bonifacio decides to go inside. The up and under couldn't finish. Rebound tracked down by Salenga. It's back with Bonifacio. Inigo doesn't use the Aguirre screen. Sees Sleet open. Sleet doesn't settle. Sleet attacks. And he draws the foul. That's specialty of the house para kay Patrick Sleet.
You know, you like the energy, you like the length, you like the strength dito kay Patrick Sleet. It's just a matter of control para dito kay Patrick Sleet. But this guy is very young, a lot of experience. And I'm sure this stint with Pasay will be very helpful for Patrick for his future, for his NCAA stint in the next coming years.
He was already a key player for the FEU Tamaraos in the UAAP. How do you think that transfer to Perpetual Help will help him in his career moving forward?
You know, he's averaging 14 points a game and 4 rebounds. His experience here will be very crucial because he will be getting, he will be battling veterans, he'll be battling younger guys, he'll be playing with the physicality. And now that he'll be playing a bigger role para sa Perpetual, I'm sure that he can bring leadership and all of the experience he will be learning from this season.
Of course, also having a reunion with his former head coach in FEU, Coach Olsen Racela, the newly minted head coach of the Altas. Estre couldn't handle the pass by JJ Helderbrand, a little bit too low. Joshua Ramirez getting early minutes here for Pasay. Turnover story 4-0 here. 15-11. Axel Inigo may tanga ng bola dito. That's an illegal screen against Brian Hilario.
Right in front of the referee, you cannot do that. Sinalubong niya yung defender, trying to close down on whatever lane the defender has. That's an obvious charge against Brian Hilario.
Junji Halyare will get his first appearance here in the ball game para sa Biñan. Maestre getting subbed out right away. Sorry, that's Kenny Rocacurva. Jimboy Estrada, top scorer for them in that game against Manila. While all of them struggled from the field, Estrada was very efficient. Estrada putting the moves on Salenga. Helderbrand recovers the loose ball. That's a forced shot. Doesn't get the bounce. Look at Halyare coming out of nowhere to snatch that rebound. Maestre out to JJ. Shot clock at 10. Tyron Chan with a hand in his face. In and out. Mike Maestre trying to keep that alive for Biñan. And that's going to be the Takjel basketball still.
That is trademark Boyet Fernandez basketball, rough and tough. Everybody going for that offensive board, and this is going to be the third try para dito sa Biñan to get a basket.
Maestre on top. They go to Helterbrand. Mr. Fast dishes it to Halyare. Junji puts the ball on the floor. Maestre, one dribble. The pull-up is no good.
A little struggle para sa Biñan. 3 tries, yet they could not get a bucket on that last play.
Hilario, perimeter jumper. Doesn't work. Inigo finds himself with the basketball, launches right away. Shot is no good as well.
A little slower on the offenses of both teams. A strong start, high scoring for the first 4 minutes, pero medyo bumagal na tayo dito sa huling 3 minuto ng laro.
Estrada, he loves that area of the floor.
Just too smooth. Itong si Jimboy Estrada. You could not believe this guy is only 21. So this guy is just meant to be able to play in the pros.
He's definitely playing more than his age. And who says the mid-range game was a lost art here in the game of basketball? Jimboy Estrada proving otherwise. His team down by 2 will take a timeout, take a short break. Upcoming games here for Coach Marlon Martin and the Pasay Voyagers. On June 4, they will be facing the Bulacan Kuya. 6 days after that, it's the Valenzuela Classic. And on June 18, they will be going up against Quezon City Toda Acción. A fairly easy schedule ahead para sa Pasay Voyagers after they've already gutted it out with a number of contenders here at the start of the season. They've went up against Abra, Davao, Batangas, South Cotabato, Rizal, Pampanga at the start of their campaign. And Joshua Ramirez showing the range there.
No warm-up needed para dito kay Ramirez. First shot, first make right away para kay Joshua.
18-13, lead is 5. Estrada this time stepping back. Although he is a master of the mid-range game, that 3-point shot still not yet at the rate that he wants it to be.
Now you watch him, he already has the form, he already has the base. Siguro just a little more training para dito kay Jimboy Estrada.
And this is the play of the game brought to you by Buenas, hanging in the air and finishing itong si Lawrence Victoria. Here comes Junji Halyare. Halyare trying to fake that one off. A defense sticking with him in the air.
Good recovery by Pasay right there. 3 white shirts, even though after the turnover, trying to defend that shot by Junji Halyare.
Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. First game of our Thursday triple header here at the West Arena in Valenzuela City. Inigo hooks a pass. Ramirez looks at the line. He was behind it, but that's off the mark. Biñan can go 2 for 1 here. Halyare still has it. They're trying to set up Maestre. Defended by Sleet. Helterbrand, catch, set, fire, splash!
Wide open, you gotta credit the screen given to a wide open JJ Helterbrand, but last shot time here para naman sa Pasay.
Axel Inigo on top, defended by Jimboy Estrada. Top ball screen offered by Brian Hilario. Inigo tried to get it to Brian. 4 seconds left. Salenga, that's a tough shot. Halyare did not have time to launch a shot. And that is going to do it for the first 10 minutes of action here between Biñan and Pasay.
High-scoring offensive ball game we are having. 41% para sa Pasay, 37% for Biñan. But it's the pace that is giving these teams a lot of points here in the first quarter.
Jay Margimpayan was aggressive early on, rolling to the basket, scoring inside, while Lawrence Victoria got off to an incredible start. 9 points at the beginning of this ball game for the former Mapua Cardinal, scoring outside, scoring inside, getting fouls, getting to the line. JJ Helterbrand coming off the bench to score from the outside, helping Biñan to keep this within 2 points. 18-16, our end of the first quarter score brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Teron Chan and the Biñan Tatakgel find themselves down by 2 here as we begin our second quarter of play. JJ Helterbrand playing the point guard spot here for Biñan. He's joined by Jimboy Estrada, Mike Maestre, and Junji Halyare, as well as that man with the basketball, Tyrone Chan. Estrada, bounce pass, Maestre, the adjustment and the score.
Gotta credit Mike Maestre, always moving without the ball after the screen. Strong hard roll. Seen by his teammate. That's a good 2 para dito sa Biñan.
4 points in the game for Mike Maestre. Last year played for Pasay City. Inigo gets the handoff. Puts the ball on the deck. Inigo the floater off the glass and in.
Good drive by Axel Inigo. All the driving lane was his. No help side. And Axel gets that float.
He breaks that quick deadlock. 22-18. Halyare. Talenga switches out on him. Chan hands it off to Estrada. Jimboy attacks, pivots a bit, and gets it off the bank as well.
How good is Jimboy Estrada? That's a hard move to make, especially against a good defender as Cyrus Tabi.
Hard to believe that he has this kind of skill set at 21 years old and already schooling a lot of other veterans here in the league.
You know, it's gonna be hard para dito sa Biñan as he has really provided a lot of good points para dito sa Biñan. So, might be the last game of Jimboy as well as Patrick's lead. So, how will these teams adjust after the departure of 2 scoring machines?
Jimboy Estrada is actually the leading scorer for Biñan this season at 10.8 points per game. In fact, he's the only guy who is averaging in double figures this season para sa Biñan. Look at that. He's using the body and then getting it off the glass for those 2 points.
Just a basic bump para dito kay Jimboy. But now, Tyrone Chan getting that mid-range. Can never leave Tyrone Chan alone.
Biñan with the lead right now, 22-20. First taste of the lead. Tabi hangs in the air, bumps the defense, no good on the shot. Helterbrand is asking for it. Can he make this? Short. Axel Inigo, crossover into the middle. Inigo adjusts and gets the 2 points plus the foul.
Not a usual game para dito kay Axel Inigo. Usually he's the guy who will be creating for all of his teammates, but now Axel getting a lot more scoring. 4 points for Axel here in the second quarter.
Oh, he's really been aggressive putting the ball on the deck, not settling for those outside shots. And he is now featured in our fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. A win to the max. Inigo has been working on losing weight this season, and it's been showing so far in his performance. Improved agility, improved speed.
You actually see him already a little bit faster. You actually see in his physique na medyo gumaan na nga itong si Axel Inigo. And of course, in the performance, he's faster, he's stronger, playing much better. And he's already been playing good even before that.
Naalala mo ba nung high school pa siya sa Perpetual?
Yes.
Oh my God, he was an unstoppable scorer. Lumipat siya sa San Beda, but he first played for Perpetual.
Oh, I already got to go against him nung nasa San Beda na siya. But this guy was really good. The IQ was on point. Shooting was always there. And it's just nice to see our batchmates going that far in their careers.
Batchmate ba natin yan?
Yes, 2013 yan.
Okay, I always thought he was older. I'm sorry.
I think he's a year older, but he graduated our batch.
All right. talaga pag Inigo yung apelido mo, it
Pogi.
always follows na mataas ang IQ mo. Eh.
Kala ko pogi. Pag hindi ko pogi.
Tama naman.
yung mga yan.
Pogi rin naman. Cyrus Tavi though, showing the moves there underneath the basket. Sabi niya, pogi rin naman ako.
Tama. You know, it's actually good to see that the unusual scorers for Pasay are stepping up here in this ball game. It was Axel Inigo with 4 points. Now Cyrus Tabi, a better known defender, also getting 2 right here. The last 6 points coming from the guards.
And this is very good for them moving forward considering that they will be losing some players, one of them Patrick Sleet. Let's now go to Andre Endicio.
For Coach Marlon Martin, slow recognition leads to slow reaction and slow response. At yan daw ang naging downfall nila against Mindoro. They learned the value of dictating the game early on para hindi daw sila ang nakaabang at nag-a-adjust. One more thing he noticed, preparation is a huge factor para sa kanyang mga players. Nahihirapan daw kasi sila sa impromptu changes. If it's something that the boys already practiced, walang problema. But if it's something new to them, it takes a while for them to recognize and get used to. Well, after all, simple lang naman daw ang gamot. It takes a complete and solid preparation para dito sa Voyagers. Javi and Coach Juanito.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Well, you know, that's also difficult considering you're playing at this level because hindi mo rin masabi na magkakaroon ka ng changes during the game in terms of your game plan. So sometimes there will be adjustments made on the fly.
Especially these are veterans on all teams, veteran players, veteran coaches. So you have to be able to adjust right away whatever the basketball game has to offer.
I really like what he said. Slow recognition leads to slow reaction. Peña Rendondo overshoots the mark. Pasay up by 2 here, 26-24. Victoria stops it and pops. Overcooks that one. Victoria's really comfortable shooting from inches away from that three-point line.
And he has the green light to do it. Talagang kay Coach Marlon Martin, you have the space, you have enough confidence, take it. And eventually your teammates will adjust to your offense.
But so far, Victoria is still scoreless here in the second quarter after scoring 9 in the first period. Some starters back into the game para kay Coach Boyd Fernandez, J.Mar Gimpayan, and J.J. Pido. We're also witnessing Robbie Manalang checking into this game. Fast break story, 12-0.
And we're talking about it before the ball game that it's going to be the veterans versus a very youthful Pasay Voyagers. And obviously, we are seeing it. Biñan playing a slow game, executing their plays well, getting wide open shots. On the other end, Pasay trying to outrun once again itong Biñan. So let's see whose game plan will be able to get the victory here.
J.Mar Gimpayan ties the game at 26. Bonifacio short on the outside shot. Manalang looks up quickly. Gimpayan is in the middle. Instead gets it to J.J. Pido on top. Pido to another roll by J.Mar Gimpayan. He's been just so good this afternoon in getting himself into position in those moves.
You know, this guy is already aggressive in every ball game, but today he is extra aggressive, trying to really expose itong Pasay. Usually, he goes up against taller guys. Pasay is a team that is almost his same height, so he knows that he needs to take advantage. But one place he has to be able to really improve on is that free throw, 0 for 3 the past 3 runs.
0 out of 2 para kay J.Mar Gimpayan. Gimpayan is a 61.5% free throw shooter this year.
Yeah, right now it's 0 out of 4 here in this ball game.
Bonifacio straight away 3, doesn't get the bounce. Ball tapped out of bounds in favor of Biñan Tatakjel. Coach Boyd Fernandez will burn one of his ceasefires here with 4 minutes and 58 remaining here in the first half. Magbabalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Upcoming games for the Biñan Tatakjel. On June 6th, they will be defending their home floor against the South Cotabato Warriors. That's going to be a good battle between two South Division powerhouses. June 11, makakaharap nila ang Batangas City at the Batangas City Coliseum. And 6 days after that, it's going to be Paulo Hubalde and the rest of the Bulacan Cuyas ahead on the schedule here for Coach Boyd Fernandez and company.
I'll be very excited for the next 3 games nitong Biñan. These are all veteran-laden teams. South Cotabato having Jervy Cruz. Batangas, of course, we've known that they've been here for quite some time. Paulo Hubalde leading the Bulacan Cuyas. So it's going to be a type of game where they will be playing the same playing styles. It's going to be a very exciting game.
We're tied at 26 apiece. Pido using the screen from Gimpayan. Peña Redondo on the other side. Shot from the outside is no good. Caballero able to save it to Sleet. Victoria, cross jab, hangs in the air. Dipsidu just a tad bit short, but look at Don Reverente getting that basketball away from JJ Pido.
We talk about green light. That is a hard shot para dito kay Lawrence Victoria, yet he had the confidence to take it all in. Gonna be a miss, but Don Reverente will be there to try and save and get them 2 points.
Dr. Fly, Don Reverente at the line for 2 shots. He makes the first. 66.7% this season para kay Don Reverente. A long-time star here in the MPBL. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 2 for 2 para kay Don Reverente. Lead back with Pasay.
Slower second quarter we're having after a very high-scoring first quarter.
Manalang dials it down from the outside.
Narinig ata ako ni Manalang.
Robbie Manalang, former Adamson Soaring Falcon. He broke a lot of hearts in the UAP with those kinds of shots.
Of course, been playing for Coach Boyd Fernandez for the 2nd straight year here in the MPBL. So he does know the offense very well.
There's a push against Reverente. Second team foul against Pasay. First personal laban kay Don Reverente.
I'm sure Robbie Manalang, going into the second part of the season, will be playing a lot more point guard after the departure of Jimboy Estrada. So here he is getting a little more burn, but at least he has already saved up half a season. But that is a nice pass coming from Robbie.
That's what you can expect coming from him. You get yourself into the right position and he'll get you the pass. Nice finish right there by Peña Redondo, and the scramble here on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow pointing the side of the Pasay Voyagers as we now witness the entry of AJ Coronel into this game. Look at that last play. Manalang in the air, still able to make that pass inside to a cutting Joseph Peña Redondo.
Good communication, good timing coming from the two, getting that easy points. Now the lead is up to 3, 31-28 in favor of Biñan.
Pasay finding themselves down here at this point of the game, 31-28 after leading most of the way at the start of this game. They carried the 2-point advantage heading into the start of the second quarter, 18-16. Pero ngayon sila nasa baba.
And the slower game will not really go the side of Pasay. They have 12 fast break points here in the ball game, but now Biñan is trying to slow down. So Pasay has to be able to adjust to the slow game of Biñan.
Good transition defense here for Pasay, stopping the fast break for Biñan. Manalang directing traffic here for Biñan. Gimpayan with the roadblock. Manalang passes it off to James Mangajas. Pido, catch, set, fire, in and out. The tap goes to Jmar Gimpayan. Always the scrappy player. Gimpayan already with 8 rebounds in this game. Manalang puts the brakes. Fall away jumper is money para kay Robbie Manalang.
That is the specialty of the house. He goes to one side, sees that he can stop, fade, and gets the 2 in that last play.
Biggest lead of the game so far para sa Biñan, 33-28. Sleet wants it badly against Peñaredondo. He has a slight height advantage here. Kicks it out, Bonifacio. Thought twice about the 3. It's now in Victoria. Shot clock is winding down. Oh, there's a foul away from the basketball. Patrick Sleet, the guilty party there.
That's going to be the weakness of Patrick Sleet in this ball game. The emotions, the physicality, he has to be able to control, especially in a tight ball game like this.
A beautiful jumper right there by Robbie Manalang, and that brings us our lucky fans of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Live na live po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa West Arena in Valenzuela City. A terrific Thursday triple header that we have in store for us today. Unang game pa lamang ito, Pasay versus Biñan. Here comes Coronel. Manalang falling hard on the floor.
Strong. We heard it all the way here sa ating panel booth. He seems to be okay.
Just needs a little time to compose himself right there. Trying to check if may medyo nabali ba. Parang wala naman.
Wala naman. Matitibay ang mga yan.
Robbie Manalang may be a Philam, but he is very much accustomed already to the Philippine brand of basketball.
He has adjusted. You know, we were watching him in Adamson. He was not very physical when we were watching him. He was very, very smooth. Tries to run every play. Would shy away from contact. But here in the MPBL, nag-iba na ang laro ni Robbie Manalang. Not scared of anyone, even against a very strong AJ Coronel.
That definitely is a foul against him, and that's why Coronel will be at the line now, taking 2 shots.
Late entry para dito kay AJ Coronel. Usually a guy that's already going to be in from the first quarter.
Played 22 minutes against Mindoro, but only scoring 5 points in that one. 2 out of 4 from the field.
Can be one of the guys that needs to step up after the departure of Patrick Sleet towards the latter part of the season. So AJ Coronel now needs to be able to show out his leadership.
Isa yun sa mga player na pwede mo tawagin Swiss knife. No?
You know, everything you need from him. He plays defense, gets rebounds. Sometimes you even get 5 to 6 assists in a ball game. But he just gives whatever you need. If you don't need rebounding, he's there to score. So he's a perfect player para dito Coach Marlon Martin.
Pero Juanito, alam mo, masaya ako ngayon because Elvin Chan is now in the ball game.
Well, of course, one of the 2 Chans here in the ball game. Hindi pa natin nakikita yung Chan versus Chan.
Yun na nga, makikita pa natin sila magbantayan. Medyo iba sila ng posisyon eh. Caballero putting on the moves here against Manalang. Forced the issue and was able to draw the foul there. Is it against Jmar Gimpayan? It's against Robbie Manalang.
2 straight fouls against Robbie Manalang here. So he would be arrested, I think, by Kenneth Curva.
If I read his lips correctly, Tagalog yung pag-argue na dun sa referee.
Marunong na rin.
Marunong na rin talaga ng Tagalog. Caballero averaging 2.3 points per game this season, 4.9 assists. Former Rizal Golden Cooler himself. This is his 2nd season with the Pasay franchise. Coach Boyet Fernandez will be calling another timeout here with 1 minute and 22 remaining in the first half. His team up by 2 points, 33-31. A look at the crowd here early this afternoon inside the West Arena in Valenzuela City. There you see Jan Sobrevega Naka-line up yan sa Pasay Voyagers this season, but he's not suited up for this afternoon's game. Maaga pa lang, nandito na mga fans ng Valenzuela.
I think they were here to support actually JJ Helterbrand. Kaninang haba ng
Okay,
pila.
yeah, that makes sense.
Ang
Yeah.
haba ng pila para magpa-picture kay JJ Helterbrand. So, a lot of faithful Helterbrand faithfuls here to support JJ early on here today.
That just really goes to show the impact that he made and continues to make
Oh, yeah.
in his playing career. Oh, an unsportsmanlike foul called here on the exchange on the right wing. It's gonna go against Elvin Chan.
On the help side, tried to deny itong si Jeremiah Gray of the ball. Coach Marlon Martin is not happy. They will be having a review here.
Elvin Chan was still trying to explain himself to our referees. Our officiating crew for this afternoon, Seb Pingol, the crew chief, umpire 1 Julius Tikyo, umpire 2 Danilo Pimentel, and fourth man on the sideline is Maynard Centino. So it was downgraded to a regular foul. Oh, no. Yeah, it is an unsportsmanlike foul, yeah.
Talagang huling-huli ata ang siko ni Elvin Chan doon.
Nagtataka naman ako sa'yo. Sabi ko, sino ba siyang Jeremiah Gray?
Sorry.
Jonathan
Gray. Jay Gray kasi. Jay Gray. Sorry. Jeremiah Gray plays for Ginebra. Sinagulo na tayo si Helterbrand yung usapan kanina eh. Helterbrand, Jay Gray. Na ano na yung utak natin.
Di bale. 2 free throws made there by Jonathan Gray. Happy to be seeing him back playing again after battling numerous injuries, especially the latest one with his knee.
You gotta see. And how deep is this Biñan team? Everybody you will put in can actually contribute. So at the latter part of the season, malaking tulong tong mga to.
Sleet with that favorite sidestep of his. Short on that one-hand shot. Recycle here for Pasay. Reverente will not take it. 24 winding down. That's an illegal screen. Don Reverente will be called for that. That's number 3 laban sa kanya.
Physicality right now, not going the side of Pasay. They're trying to really trap a lot of these defenders, but nahuhuli. Nahuhuli yung kanilang mga ipit. That's why the fouls really are going the side of Biñan.
Scoring has been really slow here, in particular for Pasay dito sa ating second quarter. After scoring 18 in the first period, they've only have 13 to show for so far here. Loca Cuerva momentarily loses it. Gray from the outside. That rims out. Jmar Gimpayan scrambling for another loose ball and gets the basket plus the foul. Jmar Gimpayan with 8 points and 9 rebounds in this game.
We are only in the first half of basketball para dito kay Jmar Gimpayan. It's actually 4 white shirts against 1 black shirt. The effort, the tenacity, all going the side of Gimpayan, getting that offensive board in the foul.
14 seconds left in the first half. You know, many people say that rebounding is all about instinct, but I think the nose for the ball of Jmar Gimpayan is a gift.
Oh yes, and probably even learning from Mark Pingres, his teammate, and now Jmar Gimpayan, the second coming, and the energy para dito sa Biñan.
4 seconds left. The Sleet know it. Step to the side, 3-pointer on the way. That's just too strong. Patrick Sleet has also cooled down here in the second quarter after scoring 6 in the first 10 minutes.
Not the best offensive quarter para dito sa Pasay. High-scoring first quarter. The second quarter, slower ball game by Biñan. Pasay not able to adjust accordingly. And now they are down by 6 points here in the second quarter.
37-31, our halftime score brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Ngayon mga kaliga, tunghayan natin ang ating top 10 plays of the week.
Step back, no basket. Oh, good tap. Pero Biñan, foot race, tricky. Basket and 1.
He should get both 2 points for that layup and also an assist, passing it to himself, and a steal, and a rebound, whatever it is. So he gets all the stats. for this play. You know the most important stat on that play?
What?
Only took him one dribble to dribble court to court.
Caballero takes the rebound. Sleep sees a free lane. Beautiful play. Sidestepping his way to the basket. The play of the game brought to you by Buenas. Patrick Sleep. Beautiful sidestep move. Ganda rin ang pagtimon ni Patrick Sleep dito. Jasper Lungalo, binabantay ni Alcorizas. Wow. Oh, nice. Nice. That was a beauty.
Right. You get two guys committed up in the air and then you spin the other way. Great move by Longalo.
So Alcoriza raids on Zona with the rebound.
And again, transition defense para dito sa Biñan. Immediately nakababa agad, not allowing any fast break opportunities for Val City.
Arminio, two-man game with Machon. Wow! And you can flex, young man.
Oo, pwede talaga eh. Ang hirap ng tira na yun, ang ganda pa ng roll mo. Based on scouting, if Mike Machon puts the ball on the floor on the post, then we, double him on the second dribble. Oh!
Great spin by Poy Poy Aktum. 2 points para kay Poy Poy. And ang lalim ng hugot ni Good Boy. Great spin move galing kay Poy Poy Aktum. A little more in control here. Pero ang bilis ng ikot.
Yeah.
Moralde makes his move. Scoop. No. Binuya. Garcia wants it. Up top. Pampanga already over the limit. Gotta see that again from Paul Garcia. Hiningi niya. Ibigay sa taas. And that's a great finish. Yeah, Paul Garcia.
Yeah. Ganda rin ang pasa.
Kadli. Palma will go all the way for the throwdown. Renz Palma, 13 points. Negros, 12-0 run here. Kita natin dito, fast break of the game brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Renz Palma throwing it down on the break. Palis pa rin para kay Archie Concepcion.
Pag tumira talaga, akala mo papasok.
Oh, beautiful. And Jeff Viernes and Archie Concepcion connecting that time to Archie Concepcion. Ang layo na pinanggalingan ni Archie Concepcion. And with a baseline jumper, that won't go. Rebound. MJ Ayay leading the break. Robbie Celis, drop pass.
Oh, man.
Robles with a reverse.
About the three most athletic players in one play.
The ball movement and the yo-yo finish galing kay Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles.
Binulsa yung ball. Tinira.
To end it all, Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire. Oh my goodness! June Manzo! All the way from full court.
So they don't want us to go home.
What a shot! That could be the single greatest shot in the history of the MPBL.
Sending the game into overtime. We spoke about that already. Missing the second one, but they decided
To make it. A full possession for Davao with 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Hail Mary. There you go.
that's a clear
It's gonna
basket.
count.
No, that's
It's
a
gonna
clear
count.
basket for the Davao Occidental team.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not yet done. This would be the second overtime game for today. A Hail Mary shot for
Watch that
June
big play.
Manzo. And that will beat the buzzer. Let me go ahead and say that that is absolutely the greatest shot that we have ever seen in the history of this league.
Oh my goodness. Can be the number one play. This one will be included for the entire season. It might be included.
We're at the half here between the Pasay Voyagers and the Biñan Beast Motorcycle Tire Tatak Gel. 31-37 is the count. Live na live po ang inyong MPBL on this Thursday afternoon sa West Arena in Valenzuela City. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Andrea Indicio. And Pasay was actually off to a good start in this one. In fact, they carried a slim 2-point advantage heading into the second quarter, but Biñan was able to pick up the cudgels in the second period.
Story of 2 quarters para dito sa both teams. 14 fast break points para sa Pasay, really starting the first quarter very well, but in the second quarter, Biñan slowing it down, getting a lot more efficient, 44% on their field goals, plus 10 on the rebounding, plus 7 on the second chance points. Of course, we have to give credit to that to Jaymar Gimpayan, already almost a double-double for this young gun of Biñan.
9 rebounds in the game, 9 points as well para sa kanya. 3 rebounds coming off the offensive glass para kay Jaymar Gimpayan. And so far, the leading scorer this afternoon para sa Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Game X. Lawrence Victoria is leading the way for the Pasay Voyagers with 9 points. All of that coming in the first quarter. He was not able to score in the second period. Same goes para kay Patrick Sleet, 6 points. Axel Inigo has 5. Meanwhile, Cyrus Tabi completing the scores para sa Pasay with 3 points. Jaymar Gimpayan, like I mentioned earlier, is the leading scorer for Biñan, 9 points. Manalang has 5, Maestre has 4. Tyrone Chan has 4 points as well. Pero maganda dito sa Biñan, you know, a lot of players scoring 4 points each. It's not just those guys that you see on your screen, not just Mike Maestre and Tyrone Chan. Even JJ Pido has 4 points. 3 points para sa kanya. At mas balance yung naging scoring dito ng Biñan.
Yes, very, very deep lineup para dito sa Biñan. No Mark Pingres, no KG Canaleta in this ball game para dito sa Biñan. So this is a much more deeper team, but they have to make these things work for them to be able to beat Pasay.
Ronnie Alonte starting once again here in the second half para kay Coach Boyd Fernandez, and Jaymar Gimpayan continuing his stellar play in this one.
Oh, that's a very good pass coming from Ronnie Alonte. Strong hard double on the corner, sees his roller, wide open on the roll, and that's a good assist coming from Ronnie.
Ronnie Alonte living his dream here playing for Biñan dito sa MPBL. He actually played college ball for Perpetual Biñan. And there's Lawrence Victoria saying that, well, I'm out here to achieve more dreams.
You know, we were talking about him in the first quarter. Kailangan natin pag-usapan si Lawrence Victoria. Almost a triple-double in every ball game para dito kay Lawrence, averaging 16, 7, and 5 every ball game. And right here, already with 12.
Sleet receives the basketball off the handoff from Bonifacio. Back to Warren. Bonifacio will launch. Bonifacio will score.
Trademark pick and pop para dito kay Warren Bonifacio. Has not been able to make one in the first half, but finally, on his 4th try, Warren Bonifacio will be getting his first 3.
Paano nakikita mong adjustment dito kay Warren Bonifacio dito sa kanyang unang season sa ating liga?
Well, you know, he has to be able to play physical with everybody else. He has the strength, but not yet that physical. Very, very young guy. He has to be able to learn how to really move his feet. A little bit on the heavier side in terms of his footwork, but a little bit more adjustment, and this guy is going to be a very good talent here in the MPBL.
This guy has not needed a lot of adjustment as he launches this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That was Warren Bonifacio, but the dish coming from Lawrence Victoria. Bonifacio taps it out. Victoria fakes the 3. Fakes the pass. This is to Coronel. Coronel was blocked there by the Biñan defense. But look at Lawrence Victoria just getting that basketball away like it was candy. And nonchalantly shooting and scoring on the 3.
And that's a perfect way to describe it. Si Lawrence Victoria may be able to get hard buckets, but his face remains the same all towards the ball game. I've even seen him make a game winner, pero wala eh. Parang wala lang. It's something he normally does.
Nonchalant Lawrence. I don't know if that's going to stick. Victoria up and under this time. He just has a lot of moves in his bag. Bonifacio, can he go for another one? That one's long. Ball in the hands of Roca Curva. Alabanza a little bit far away from his comfort zone. Pido Had a lot of decisions in his mind, eventually losing it.
Oh,
Patrick
no.
Slade, though, bobbles that basketball in what would have been the easiest basket of the afternoon para sa kanya.
He got a little bit too excited tong si Patrick Slade. Looked back and was not able to control the ball. Let's watch this again. Tumingin pa sa likod si Patrick Slade. There is where he will be missing that basketball. You see the frustration in his eyes. And that's gonna be a turnover and a blooper dito kay Patrick Slade.
Only the 5th turnover in the game para sa Pasay compared to 8 already in the game para sa Biñan. Tyron Chan on the left wing. He sets up Robbie Manalang. The bench has come in here early in the 3rd quarter for Coach Boyd Fernandez. Caballero to the left side. Victoria spots. No good. Sleet keeps it alive. Victoria sidestep. Sweeping hook shot is good.
Career game para dito kay Lawrence Victoria. Everywhere he goes, he is making that basket. Already 17 para dito kay Lawrence.
Manalang receives the pass. Tyron Chan rolls. Usually you see him pop. Caballero leaves it for Bonifacio. The steal from behind, or the attempt on the steal rather, coming from Jamar Gimpayan, resulting in a foul.
Gotta commend the defense of Pasay. Very active hands on the roll, on the help side. That's why they're getting a lot of steals and trying to outrun itong Biñan. That is due to the length and also to the energy of these players.
And after beginning this game, or the second half rather, down by 6 points, Pasay now up by 4, 43-39.
13-2 run to start the 3rd quarter para dito sa Pasay. Really, they know the game plan. It's to outrun, it's to play active, and it's to really use their youth to their advantage. And so far, the 3rd quarter has been going their way. Up 5 is Pasay right here.
Coach Boyd Fernandez will want to talk things over here with his wards. Not really the kind of start that he expected here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a short break. Against Mindoro, Lawrence Victoria put on another great show. 18 points in that game to go with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. He was also 4 out of 5 from the free throw area. You know, that's something that he's really been great about this season, is free throw shooting, because he's been getting to the line a lot.
Here's 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Another great showing para dito kay Lawrence Victoria. We have not been talking about him a lot here in the season, but for me, you can already put him on the same spectrum as Judel Fuentes, as probably Kenny Rocacurva. Lawrence Victoria is slowly but surely getting up there.
Victoria already with 17, as we just showed. His season high was 23 points in their first game against the Muscovados. He's broken the 20-point barrier thrice already this year. Let's see if he can do the same this afternoon. Actually, Nigo drives past Manalang. They give it up. Bonifacio facing up against Tyron Chan. Backing in eventually. Initiates the contact and draws the foul.
And that is what we were talking about dito kay Warren Bonifacio. He has to be able to use that length and strength against much older guys. This guy has already had the experience, but he has to know when and where to use that strength.
Bonifacio so far with 5 points, 8 rebounds, and a couple of assists. No free throws will be awarded. Our referee saying that the foul was downstairs before the shot. Inigo turns the corner, kicks it out. Salenga, he can hit that. Salenga knocks it down.
That left wing has been a friend para dito sa Pasay. That's the second 3 here in the quarter in the same spot. Different people, same result.
Actually, the third already.
Oh, the
Bonifacio, Victoria, and now Salenga.
Yes. That's already 9 points off the 3-pointer off the left wing para dito sa Pasay.
47-39. Helterbrand Goes through the screen, jumps a pass to Roca Curva, and Sleet is frustrated with himself.
Tad bit late lang on that help. Itong si Patrick Sleet. Could have been a good steal. That's a game plan. Be active, show out very quick. Tad bit late. That's a foul on Patrick.
The switch has flipped here in the third quarter para sa Biñan. This was actually the 5 that got them the lead at the end of the first half. Elterbrand putting the move on Bonifacio. That's short. The battle for the loose ball. Maestre crashed into our ad boards there on the sideline.
It's gonna be a push. Laban dito kay Axel. It's an accidental push. Off balance lang itong si Axel.
I even got hit also after that. That's why I think our referees will be taking another look at this one. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's been a Pasay-dominated period as we take a look at Biñan's Mark Pingris, Pinoy Sakuragi. Still has yet to see action this season para sa Biñan.
Just talking about depth of Biñan, you still have Mark Pingris, you have KG Canaleta who's not playing today's ball game. Very, very deep team, but one weakness of Biñan that we've been seeing throughout the whole season is if they're going against younger teams, they struggle, and we've seen that here. Only 2 points for Biñan here in the entirety of the second quarter, the second half.
Jimboy Estrada has come on here para kay Coach Boyd Fernandez. Let's see if he can be that spark para dito sa Biñan Tatakgel.
Much needed youth energy para dito sa Biñan. That's why Jimboy Estrada will be coming back here in the ball game.
Helterbrand has not really done a good job handling the basketball here in the third quarter. Tyron Chan misfiring from the outside. Inigo bounces it to Sleet. Sleet, the power move, the floater, and he gets a foul. 2 shots coming up para kay Patrick Sleet.
He wants to end the season very well. Itong si Patrick Sleet. This is the last game of the season as he's one of the SGLs para dito sa Pasay. So of course, he wants to give a lasting good note para dito sa kanyang team, and he is being extra aggressive here in today's ball game.
Coach Boyd Fernandez on the sidelines para sa Biñan Tatakgel. Last year, coached Pasig City, and he has brought a part of his score here to Biñan, merging it with last year's Imus SV squad.
That's why this is a very strong team. You put 2 teams that are really competing in the playoffs, you put them together, and this is going to be the Biñan team that we are having this season. And so far, they've only had 1 loss, but here today, they have been struggling, especially in the third quarter.
You just saw Captain Hook Mac Cardona in street clothes this afternoon. Punta muna tayo kay Miss Andrea Andicio.
Patrick Sleet has been so far consistent in contributing for his team. Kwento niya, epekto rin daw ito ng kanyang twice-a-day training with Pasay and his collegiate team. Pero alam niyo ba that Patrick is not just a basketball player, dati rin daw siyang football player. Dito niya raw nakuha yung footwork niya, hindi lang yan. Nung bata pa siya, he also did taekwondo, at dahil laking isla daw siya, marunong din daw siyang mag-sailing. Growing up as a very active kid, bata pa lang daw na-build niya na yung stamina niya. Kaya even though he started late in basketball, with his fundamentals, hindi naging mahirap mag-catch up. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Ikaw, di ka pwede mag-sailing eh. No? Baka malunod ka.
Marunong ako magdagat.
Well, sa bagay.
Oh, yes. But this guy is a Mindoro native. Itong si Patrick. Do you remember the time I talked to him in English, sinagot ako ng Tagalog? Kala ko talaga Phil-Am. Okay lang ako, kuya. And yun pala, is a very, very proud native of Mindoro.
His team up by 9 points. Here he is with the ball, gives it up Inigo. Floater is good para kay Axel Inigo. Haven't seen a lot of outside shots from him this afternoon.
Everything going the side of Pasay here in the third quarter. You're right, Axel is being extra aggressive in terms of attacking. No 3-pointers taken yet para dito kay Axel.
And I think ang maganda kasi na nangyayari dito this year compared to last year para kay Axel Inigo. Last year kasi may iniindi siyang knee injury.
No, yeah.
And this year, it's more visible na he's more mobile, the speed is there. You know, aside from the fact that he lost weight, it's the injury that he was able to come back from.
And he seems more comfortable with this team. A lot more depth, a lot more talent coming in. Everybody is in sync. They're playing well towards the season. It's just a matter of consistency para dito sa Pasay.
Inigo was down on the floor for a bit, but he's back up right now. As you see, his proud dad, Mr. Inigo, always in attendance sa games na kanilang mga anak, Axel and Achi. I don't think I've ever seen them miss a game.
Might be Caloocan, might be Pasay. Of course, parents always here.
The spin, the disc, Coronel gets the basket plus the foul.
Add that to the highlight reel of Patrick's lead here in the MPBL. Through two, getting that drop pass to AJ Coronel. Let's watch that again. Going to the left, going through two. Seeing AJ, foul, bucket, and the free throw para dito sa Pasay.
And that is our play of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Coronel could not complete the three-point play. 52-39, this lead has ballooned to 13 points.
Still 2 points para dito sa Biñan in the first 7 minutes of the third quarter. A real struggle on the offensive end para dito sa Biñan.
This is the biggest lead of the game for the Voyagers after leading by as much as 5 points in the first half, 18-13, but that was way back in the first quarter. There's a warning against AJ Coronel for unsportsmanlike behavior. 3 minutes and 11 remaining here in the third quarter. Manalang looking for a friend. Elterbrand in the right corner. Pressure there by Coronel. He gets it to Mangahas on the roll. James flips it up, no good. Tabi trying to battle the much bigger Maestre. It ends up with Coronel. Now Salenga. Jasper assessing the defense. He kicks it out to Tabi. Tabi attacks. Cyrus trying to get it to Coronel, but Maestre was right there to intercept the pass. Manalang, free throw line jumper off to the right. Look at Don Reverente. Get high up for that rebound, and here he is in a scuffle with Jimboy Estrada.
Really been frustrating para dito sa Biñan, and you see the emotions already of these Biñan players as they've been really struggling the past few minutes here in this ball game. But one guy is down on the other end. I think it's Cyrus Tabi holding on to his lower back.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, we hope he's okay. The Pasay's PT already attending to him. We're talking about emotions. This is exactly where Biñan had the trouble against Manila.
Well, this is the type of basketball they have to be able to move forward with. They cannot be all too emotional. This is a team with a lot of veterans. Pero pag nagiging physical na yung kalaban, nadadala sila ng emosyon in their ball games. You see here, Jimboy Estrada trying to get that ball. Don Reverente not giving up. And there seems to be a hug. A friendly hug. A lovable hug para dito kay Don tsaka dito kay Jimboy.
Definitely no love lost between Reverente and Jimboy Estrada. Take a look at that last sequence again. Reverente went high up, but Estrada, being the younger player, was able to match his altitude there and went down with him crutching the neck of Don Reverente instead of the basketball.
Physicality, the name of the game, but you gotta give props to Jimboy not backing down from the veteran in Don Reverente. Don Reverente, of course, wanting the composure, wanting that he stays cool in that situation. Nothing, anything special naman. Just a hug between the two.
Talking about staying cool, Coach Boyd Fernandez trying to keep his cool amidst the rally here of the Pasay Voyagers. Really hard not to notice Greg Slaughter entering the playing venue, right?
Pagpasok pa lang niya, alam mo nang nandito siya eh.
Mapapailing ka lang talaga eh. 2 minutes and 36 remaining here in the third quarter. And there you see a look at the beautiful faces here inside the West Arena in Valenzuela City. It's going to be a loaded triple header in store for all of you MPBL fans. And, we're going to take a short break first as our referees try to sort this out.
Foul on number 11, Jasper Salenga. That's his first. It's a double technical foul between number 13, Don Reverente, and Jeric Estrada of Biñan. Fourth foul on Don Reverente.
All right, so we just heard the decision coming from Richard Tamp was communicated by our referees. It's a double technical foul against Jimboy Estrada and Don Reverente. But bad news for Pasay. That's already Don Reverente's fourth. That's why he's on the bench right now. Jasper Salenga also picked up a personal foul in that last sequence. LB Manalang will be inbounding from the baseline. He gets it to Helterbrand. Manalang, defended by Sleet. Maestre, shot clock reads 6. Maestre will have to move fast. Maestre taking a little bit too long with that rock. Still able to get the foul there against AJ Coronel.
23 good seconds of defense. Just a little overextension para dito kay AJ Coronel. Tumama dun sa kanang kamay. And that will be giving 2 free throws for Biñan. A chance for them to finally get into the scoring column after only scoring 2 this whole quarter.
But you know, that defense by AJ Coronel just also validates the fact that Mike Maestre has improved as an offensive player here in the league.
Oh yeah, Mike Maestre has always been a good mid-range scorer for Pasig last year, but this year he's been showing that he is more than just someone who will spot up from the mid-range, showing that he has that post game, he can attack as well. Finally getting a free throw right here.
Shout out, by the way, to Chef Agustin na kakagising lang at tayo agad yung narinig niyang boses. Thank you so much for tuning in, as well as everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53, Facebook, YouTube, and on the Pilipinas Live app. A miss coming from Salenga. Biñan in transition. Defense right back there for Pasay. Maestre kicks it out. Mangajas rattles that three-pointer throw.
That will be the role of James Mangajas. Every time he's open, he's going to take it. He's going to make it perfectly on that left wing. Is the wide open James Mangajas.
He has been a stretch for his entire career. Former LaSalle Green Archer in the UAAP. Bonifacio sees Inigo. They go to Coronel at the corner. Ooh, that is not a good foul at all. And I'm going to let you explain that.
You know, it was a late help on James Mangajas going to the corner. And he overextended on that closeout. No need, because AJ Coronel is not the best shooter para dito sa Pasay. You just want to be able to just slightly show, give him not enough space to take the shot, but sumobra sa closeout itong si James Mangajas.
It's already a cardinal sin that you foul a jump shooter. Second, you foul a jump shooter shooting from the outside. Third, you foul a jump shooter who is not really known as a shooter from the outside.
And this is a 5 where you can actually see the shooters. You have Axel Inigo and you have Lawrence Victoria, so you have to locate those two. And a late closeout on AJ Coronel will really result in a foul.
Last free throw was good there para kay AJ Coronel. 5 points in this game. Pasay continues to hold on to this advantage, 54-43. Also shout out to Coach JV Gayoso who is tuning in. And he says, go Biñan. Siyempre, Coach JV, taga Laguna yan. Jimboy Estrada, well, I'm sure Coach JV, you're going to be happy about Jimboy Estrada scoring inside.
Biñan trying to go to that 3-guard rotation to get a lot more scoring. Helterbrand, Manalang, and Jimboy Estrada. And so far, they've had 5 points the past minute.
Sleet receives the cross-court pass. Bullets into Lawrence Victoria. Good line, just a little long. Manalang scanning, goes the other side. Mangajas, that's another 3 para kay James Mangajas.
Big run being brought by Biñan right here to end the third quarter. What we thought was going to be a blowout by Pasay. The veterans now stepping up and showing out. The lead is down to 6 the last 48 seconds of the third.
Really kind of hard to put out Biñan just like that. 48 seconds left here in the third period.
Jimboy Estrada getting away from the defense and scoring in the cup. That brings us our lucky fans of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Miss Loisa Andalio, a regular viewer here dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Siyempre, the better half of Biñan player Ronnie Alonte. 54-48 is the score. And we thank you for joining us here for day 47 of the 6th season of the MPBL. This is Pasay versus Biñan. Later on, we have Rizal facing the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. Both of those teams coming off victories. And in our main attraction, it's the Valenzuela Classic defending their home floor against the Davao Occidental Tigers. Elvin Chan lost the pass, but it looks like they're going to keep possession here. Coach Boyet is inside the playing court. He's furious. He's going to challenge that call.
And they're sure that no one touched that ball last para dito sa Biñan on that kick-out pass coming from Patrick Slade. So let's see if they will be making the right decision right here. Whoever will be getting the basketball is a perfect chance to go 2 for 1 in the last 40 seconds. So let's see who will be lucky to be able to have that advantage.
54-48. Coach Boyd Fernandez was really very sure that it was not Biñan that touched that basketball last, and he really believed that Elvin Chan was the one who held that basketball before it sailed out of bounds. Biñan on a mini run here at the tail end of our third quarter after being down by 13 points. We'll take a short break at pagbalik natin, malalaman na natin ang resulta ng ating Coach's Challenge.
The challenge made by Biñan Tatagjel Beast Motorcycle Game is successful.
It's a successful challenge for Coach Boyd Fernandez and the Biñan Tatagjel, so that means they will be having another challenge here towards the latter part of this game. At medyo malakas ang silaw ng araw dun sa side ng Biñan ngayon.
Kanina pa nireklamo ni Rico Meyerhofer yan, but let's watch that again. Close out. I think by the angle of the referee, it seems like natapik ni Robbie Manalang, but obviously no last touch coming from the black. So a possible 2 for 1. Maybe able to even extend this 8-1 run being brought by Biñan the last 2 minutes.
Let's see here how Biñan manages the time here. Estrada receives. Estrada sets the screen. Jimboy turns the corner. Easy drive. And an elegant finish right there para kay Jimboy Estrada.
He saw the driving lane, took it strong, and just no looking back para dito kay Jimboy Estrada. And this is already a 10-1 run para dito sa Biñan the past 2 minutes.
The possibility of writing the last sentence of the third chapter imminent here for the Pasay Voyagers. Slate attacks to the left. Finds Inigo, fakes the shot, 3-pointer all the way. That's no good. Pasay failing to extend the lead at the end of the third quarter.
A very, very strong start by Pasay here in this quarter, having a 16-2 run to start the third quarter, but all of a sudden a 10-1 run brought by Biñan, being able to bring this back to a ball game, 54-50, still in favor of the Pasay Voyagers.
Our end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki, the Avenus. Oras na para magmotor. Live na live po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa West Arena in Valenzuela City. Third time this year that we're having games dito sa bahay ng Valenzuela Classic. This is the first game of our terrific Thursday triple header. Later on, we have Rizal versus Manila, and in our main game, the Davao Occidental Tigers play on the road against the home squad, the Valenzuela Classic. All powerhouse teams, all teams in the top 8 of each division faring today. Quarter scoring on your screens. It was a strong third quarter for Pasay. After being down by 6 at the half, they were able to score 23 points to be able to carry a 2-possession advantage here entering the fourth quarter, and Lawrence Victoria trying to extend that further.
A little cold on the end of the third quarter. Lawrence Victoria now back on the scoring column, extending the lead to 7 to start the fourth.
Fourth time this season that Victoria has breached 20 points. Manalang from the outside could not answer. The season high for Lawrence Victoria was 23 points. He'll tie that right now, though that's a miss. Biñan looking to run. Helterbrand back to Estrada. And Jimboy could not handle that well. Estrada almost had that stripped away from him. Maestre able to recover. Mangas from the corner. A little bit too strong. That tap goes to Maestre. Maestre off the back for 2.
Small ball going the side of Biñan right now. Maestre now playing center, being a little bit quicker and being able to extend the floor para dito sa Biñan.
They're really playing matchups here in this second half as you take a look at that miss by James Mangas. And look at Mike Maestre, just a blue-collar worker on the glass. Imagine that, the luxury of Coach Boyd Fernandez, having Mike Maestre and Jaymar Gimpayan. If in the first half it was Jaymar Gimpayan, here in the second half, it's Mike Maestre's turn to put on those hustle plays.
Oh, almost a turnover.
Sleet season opening. Victoria decides to go inside, floats it up. No good. Bonifacio the offensive rebound. Bonifacio couldn't score.
3 good opportunities para dito sa Pasay, yet they could not get the basket in that last possession.
Estrada kicks it out. Mangas from straight away. He's missed his last 2.
Still a game changer para dito sa Biñan. They have to be able to close out because Mangas will not miss a lot of those wide open shots.
Caballero setting it up here para sa Pasay. Oh, the slip there by Coronel. Nobody marking him there para sa Biñan.
Perfect find coming from his teammate right there. They were looking at the kick out on the corner, yet there was one guy wide open on the inside.
4 assists in the game para kay Keanu Caballero. 7 points in the match para kay AJ Coronel. 22-15 in terms of dimes here. Advantage Pasay. Victoria, he has Sleet ahead. A foul given up by Jimboy Estrada.
Past 3 shots not going in para dito sa Biñan. They have been going to that outside shot. It worked in the end of the third quarter, but here to start the fourth, the outside has not been going the side nitong Biñan. So they'll be going with a lot more energy with Curva and Pido returning in this ballgame.
Did Biñan shift to a zone in that possession?
Yes, they've been playing 2-3. They go from a 2-2-1 press to try and delay, try to double on the corners, and then once they go down, they play zone. So they're really trying to force the 3-point shot para dito sa Pasay.
Caballero this time he goes to Bonifacio on the block. Matched up against James Mangaas. Slot cut, gets the foul, and Victoria and JJ Pido having a little exchange there on the side.
Of course, we know Pido, a very gutsy player as well, wants to make an impact right away by playing physical on Lawrence Victoria, trying to get in his mind. Lawrence has to be able to keep that cool head for him to be able to finish this game properly.
Patrick Sleet looking to do the same para sa Pasay. That's only his 8th point of the game after exploding for 29 in that loss against the Mindoro Tamaraws. Sleet led 2 other players in double figures in that game against Mindoro. But other than them, no other player scored more than 6 points in that match.
We just saw the free throws being taken by both teams, already 30 para dito sa Pasay, only 9 for Biñan on the other end. So aggressiveness going the side of the white here in this ball game.
61-52, Estrada trying to get loose of Jasper Salenga. Pido, the fall-away jumper, that's money.
That's the energy they need. Pido is a player that can put instant energy for your team, but he needs a lot more of those if they want to be able to mount a comeback.
More than 3 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter. Warren Bonifacio, simple post move and hook shot.
Good drop step para dito kay Warren Bonifacio. They were giving that middle. He knew that he had the length advantage going for that hook, extending the lead to 9.
Mike Maestre set to come in at the next dead ball para sa Biñan. Mangaas may tangan ng bola. Mangaas goes inside, gets the 2 points.
8 points in the second half for James Mangaas. One guy who has really provided points para dito sa Biñan. But he seems to be feeling the fatigue right now, asking for a sub.
Caballero goes to Lawrence Victoria. Pasay's main man. Victoria fakes, passes, Caballero launches and gets the 3-point shot.
It's been that kind of a day para dito sa Pasay. Everybody getting a touch, everybody a threat on the offensive end. The scorer gives it to the point guard, and the point guard delivers with a 3.
8 out of 23 from the outside for Pasay this afternoon. Estrada gets it to Pido. Mangaas from the corner. He has not had his range come back to him. Victoria will slow things down a bit. Sleet sees the advantage against Pido. Sleet will back him down. The spin, the reverse. Veteran move there by Patrick Sleet.
Too long, too strong. He saw the advantage, asked for the ball, went baseline, and that was a done deal para dito kay Patrick Sleet. Let's watch that again. Much shorter guy, I know what to do, and Patrick Sleet wants to end his season well on a high note and gets the 2, extends the lead to 12.
The young stud showing maturity there on that mismatch. We'll take a short break. Magbabalik ang MPBL. Patrick Sleet went off for a career-high 29 points against the Mindoro Tamaraws. 11 out of those 29 coming in the penultimate quarter. Unfortunately, it was not enough to have Pasay come back against the Tamaraws in that game. Tonight, Patrick Sleet good for 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, including that last basket against JJ Pido.
Complete package for this ball game is Patrick Sleet, getting some rebounds, playing terrific defense, rotating that ball, and more especially still getting those points para dito sa Pasay, playing his last game of the season as he's one of the SGLs para dito sa Voyagers.
Roca Curva gets it to Halyare. Halyare, the strong drive. Halyare gets the hoop and the harm. Junji Halyare, what a strong move going to the cup.
Good decoy coming from the left side. Itong Biñan, what they thought was going to be A staggered screen. Junji Halyari attacks the right, going against a smaller defender, getting that 2 and a free throw.
Now that's the way you get your first 2 points of the game. Halyari completes the 3-point play. Down to 9, 68-59.
It's not a done deal para dito sa Biñan. This is a team that can instantly get points, especially with this 5. A much better defensive 5 they are putting in here.
Biñan at 6-1, currently number 7 in the Southern Division, while Pasay is number 8 in the North at 5-4. Caballero short from the corner, gets his own miss, sees Victoria. Lawrence doesn't settle. Salenga to Sleet. Sleet splits the defense. They go to Caballero in the corner. What ball movement for Pasay. Unfortunately, Halyari blocks it. Salenga tries to chase it.
Oh, what activity Pasay is putting in. They're up 9 points, yet it looks like they're the ones trying to mount a comeback.
Victoria will take a sweet time here. They're up by 9. Shot clock at 10. Bonifacio with a brush screen. Sleet try to get it to Warren. That's off Jimboy Estrada.
Coach Boyet really wanting his players to pressure up top. Lawrence Victoria taking his sweet time, burning every second available.
Caballero will trigger in. Sleet receives. Patrick from way downtown. That's too strong coming from Patrick Sleet.
Might be a miss, but they burned 24 seconds. That's going to be huge para dito sa Pasay.
Oh, Rocacorva loses it. Good thing Pito was able to recover. Back with Kenny. Rocacorva could not hit from the outside. Salenga plucking it from the out.
Everybody really struggling from that 3-point line except James Mangajas. So now that James Mangajas is out on the bench, trying to get some rest in, no one can really be a big threat para dito sa Biñan on that 3-point line.
Pasay continues to be in control. Pito trying to put the pressure there on Caballero. He taps it out of bounds. Helterbrand will come in. Let's see if Mr. Fast can be that match that will light the fire from underneath Biñan.
Offensive to defensive, defensive to offensive substitution para dito kay Coach Boyd Fernandez. Trying to put in some more offense in JJ Helterbrand.
Under 4 minutes to play. Rocacorva with the steal. Salenga gives up the foul. It's looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. They're going to review this.
They're going to review this. Someone was already advancing on the fast break, but Jasper wanted a hold before that inbound play. So yun yung nireklamo nito ni Jasper, that si Kenny daw nakakapit before that pass. So let's see what the decision will be.
Take a look at that again. There's the pass by Caballero. Medyo alangan niya naman talaga yung angle dun. And there's Rocacorva. He was held there by Jasper Salenga, who readily gives up the foul, trying to stop that imminent fast break.
Very curious right here because that was going to be a 2 versus 1 fast break, but Patrick Sleet was way above everyone else. So I don't know if it's going to be the 2 versus 1 or Patrick Sleet above. So let's see kung ano yung magiging tawag ng ating mga referee.
Right now, Biñan has really had a lot of struggles putting that ball in the basket. Their field goal shooting has gone down.
Upon review, the last foul has downgraded into a common foul on Jasper Salenga, his second team foul.
All right, so the final decision has been announced. It's just a regular foul against Jasper Salenga.
Real struggle para dito kay Kenny Rocacorva. Not his usual numbers here in this ball game. Kenny Rocacorva just could not get his usual scoring in.
0 points in the game para sa kanya. Halyari able to draw the hold against Patrick Sleet. That's number 3 on Patrick Sleet.
Different kind of energy being brought in by Halyari here in the 4th quarter. He knows that someone needs to be able to step up, and he looks like he wants that job right here.
Halyari on top. Estrada wants it. Junji does not oblige. Patrick Sleet ahead of the pack. Patrick Sleet all the way for 2.
Hindi na mauulit ang kanyang turnover. Took it strong. Looked at the ring. No holding back for Patrick Sleet, extending the lead back to double digits here.
Oh, he jumped very high. He could have dunked that.
He wanted it safe.
Estrada from the free throw area. Peña Redondo keeps it alive. He falls down to the floor. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession points to Biñan.
Still an offensive struggle for them. Very slow scoring ball game. 9 here in the fourth quarter.
And check this one out. Patrick Sleet outrunning everybody right there on that steal and finish.
Pure athleticism being brought out nito ni Patrick Sleet.
Estrada goes inside, had to adjust, falling back. Short. Oh, Caballero, this is going to be a walk in the park.
4 straight fast break points. Not the type of defense you want if you are Coach Boyd Fernandez. You are the team that's trying to mount a comeback. You have to get down, try and challenge, and get some stops against Pasay.
Is the collapse going to continue here for Biñan, or will they be able to mount a comeback? Under 3 minutes to play here in this game. Against Mindoro, Aaron Bonifacio put up 11 of his 15 points in the third quarter, had 7 rebounds and 2 assists. One of 3 guys in double figures in that game for the Voyagers. That included Patrick Sleet and Lawrence Victoria. Unfortunately, other than them, no other player scored more than 6 points. Tonight, or this afternoon rather, Aaron Bonifacio, not really eye-popping numbers para sa kanya, but he has been able to contribute still.
7 points only para dito kay Warren Bonifacio, yet he is still able to get those rebounds, able to protect the paint, not a lot of paint scoring para dito sa Biñan, and still able to contribute hugely para dito sa Pasay Voyagers.
There's a foul against Lawrence Victoria. Not really quite too sure about that call. Looks like Pasay will not challenge this. So Biñan will keep possession here. Jonathan Gray has made his way back into this one. Previously played in the first half for Biñan. Helterbrand goes to the right side. Gray used to be a very well-known scorer in the collegiate ranks, playing for CSB. Helterbrand could not hit. Caballero is cherry-picking. That's back-to-back hits para kay Gianno Caballero.
You gotta commend itong si Caballero. Every time Biñan is making a mistake, he's automatically running down, trying to get those fast break points in. And finally, a basket on the other end naman para dito sa Biñan.
We now enter the final 2 minutes of this one, brought to you by GameX, the official online lending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball lending sa Pinas. Jonathan Gray has battled numerous injuries throughout his career. Good to see him back on the playing floor, playing for Biñan.
Slow burn right here. Hindi siya pinipilit right away ni Coach Boyd Fernandez, but he is giving enough confidence for Jonathan. Maybe will be a crucial part towards the postseason.
He brings more depth to the wing position para sa kanilang kupunan. Jonathan definitely still in his prime.
It's never easy to recover from major injuries, but still to have a talent like Jonathan Gray, I'm sure that he will be coming back to his old self in a matter of few months.
We'll see about that. Now his team is down by a baker's dozen. Victoria will take his time here. They want to go at 10. Victoria spins. Caballero adjusts. Ends up with Salenga. Baseline J. That's pure para kay Jasper. everything just clicking here for the Voyagers.
Is that a rebound or an assist? We're not sure. Nasa stats man na lang, but off balance itong si Keanu Caballero. And just falling on the right person. Wide open is Jasper Salenga getting that corner shot.
At the right place, at the right time. Meanwhile, Jonathan Gray trying to make a living from the line here at this part of the fourth quarter. Warren Chienes has now checked in for Pasay. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Unfortunately, the first one is a miss there for the former CSB Blazer Jonathan Gray, averaging 6 minutes per contest, 2.7 points and an assist per game.
Still adjusting to his old self, of course, coming from injury to Jonathan Gray. Coach Boy trying to slowly get him back into the rotation. It's going to be a very deep lineup. I think one problem of Biñan is that they're too deep at this point of the ball game. So the question is, going towards the latter part of the season, who will be your core that you will be trusting? Usually you're going to be trusting only 8 to 9 people na iikutin mo. Jimbo Estrada will already be coming back to his school. So it's going to be a very interesting adjustment para dito kay Coach Boyd Fernandez, Coach Gino Manansala, Coach Gino Manuel, Team Manager Rico Meyerhofer, and the rest of the squad itong Biñan.
And considering that Jimbo Estrada is their leading scorer so far this year, 10.8 points per game. With the way things are going here, it looks like the outcome has already been decided. If Pasay will just try to dribble as much time away from that game clock as possible. They're up by 13. This could seal it. Chienes, though, could not score from up close. Gray goes behind the back. Jonathan, right-hand finish. That's good para kay Jonathan Gray. A quick 7 points here, all in the fourth quarter.
Talk about talent on talent. Jonathan Gray, I'm sure, is still one of the best talents right here. Not yet 100%, yet he is showing what he has.
That's always been a good part of his game, the ability to finish with two hands. Helterbrand hesitates for a bit, picks up his dribble. Estrada gets past Salenga. Salenga recovers on defense. Helterbrand has not shot the ball well this afternoon.
JJ Helterbrand, a real struggle here today's ball game. Got one three-pointer in the first half, and in the second half, not a single point para dito kay Dafa. So it's going to be a struggle para dito sa Biñan. The victory well deserved by Pasay right here, outrunning, out-executing, and just outplaying itong Biñan here today's ball game. A very beautiful second half para dito sa Voyagers.
Just when we thought that Biñan was already going to take care of business in that second quarter and approaching our second half, Pasay getting back on track, opening up third quarter with a big run, and they haven't looked back since. Numerous guys chipping in here in this ball game, Juanito. Lawrence Victoria once again top scoring para sa kanila with 20 points, but also other guys putting on decent contributions para sa kanila. Patrick Sleet in his last game at 13 points. But your pick for best player is that man, Lawrence Victoria.
Well, just too good here in today's ball game, doing everything once again para dito sa Pasay. Scoring, rebounding, defending, making those assists. But more important, it was really the impact and the leadership he was bringing in that was really very crucial for them in getting that big lead eventually in the third quarter. Well deserving another player of the game honors para dito kay Lawrence Victoria.
76-65 is our final score. This is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Pasay picking up win number 6 while Biñan falls to 6-2. Let's now turn you over to Ms. Andrea Endicio.
First of all, congratulations. Lawrence, ikaw yung reason kaya na-maintain ninyo yung lamang against Biñan. But what kept you in the game kapag dumidikit yung kalaban?
Compose lang ako. Kailangan di ako magmadali. Kasi di naman sa medyo ako sa akin sila umaasa. Pagdating sa mga yung composure, gano'n.
In your previous game, sabi ni Coach Marlon, medyo flat yung naging performance ninyo. Pero ngayon, kabaliktaran naman yung nangyari. Maganda yung naging simula ninyo, maganda yung ball movement. Ano ba yung nabago at naiba yung galaw ng Pasay today?
Minotivate lang kami ni Coach na mag-bounce ba kami na para makabawi kami ngayong game.
At gumana ang motivation ni Coach Marlon. Meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God na binigay sa amin tong panalo and nakabounce ba kami. And binabati ko yung asawa ko, si Som, yung anak ko sa Bana, mga kapatid ko sa Cavite, papa ko, family ng asawa ko, si Mama Eva, si Ate Pati, sila Kuya Ryan, si Boss B-Boy na laging tumutulong sa akin, Boss ako, Boss Idol, yun lang.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, that is Lawrence Victoria, our Buenas player of the game. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Congratulations to Lawrence Victoria and the rest of the Pasay Voyagers for moving up in the team standings, collecting win number 6. Up next, we have the Rizal Golden Coolers looking to get another victory here against another win-hungry team in the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. Maraming salamat for joining us for our first game, mga kaliga. Don't go away as we bring you the second game of our terrific Thursday triple header here at the West Arena in Valenzuela City. This is Javi Palanya at ito ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.